Can I grab the wheel real quick for something off the table?
Please.
Blake James, the athletic director at Miami, gets fired. Does that mean, like, what does that mean for your expectations for Manny Diaz and his future?
Well, our David Lake of Inside the U reported that Blake and Mario at Oregon really don't get along at all. So the Miami folks are taking this as a signal that, hey, Miami wants to make a run at Mario, and getting Blake out of there was one of the first dominoes that has to fall.
Interesting.
You're really trying to thread a needle with the timing.
Yeah.
Like,
well, what if they make the playoff?
Also,
Cristobal's buyout drops after this year. Everybody's like, hey, how are you going to get Cristobal in this year? What if they let Manny coach one more year? Cristobal's buyout drops. You get a new AD, and he's had a chance to survey the landscape. He's had a chance to fundraise. Then they go make a more serious run at Mario next year.
Yeah, see, that was my initial reaction was, well, if they're firing the AD now, Manny's probably going to get another year because now they've got to find a new athletic director, and whoever it is, I don't know if they're going to want to come in like December and then fire the coach right away and then start a coaching search when signing day is already happening and all that stuff. Usually you see a new athletic director come in and be like, well, I want to give them a year just to, get to know them before I make a decision so a lot of times they've already got their minds made up what that decision will be. But yeah, I think Manny's going to get another year at least.
I will say, if you're a Miami fan and you're not looking at Inside the U, those guys have been all over this stuff for weeks, and like they're dropping legitimate insider notes. They're pretty well connected over there. It's well worth your price subscription.
I would also say, if you're a Miami fan, maybe give up on the Cristobal dream, because I understand he's
before
a Miami
they make a run
guy. I'm just saying I understand he's a Miami guy, but don't get your hopes up because there is a huge difference between Oregon and Miami right now. I know Miami has the past and all that stuff, but I think right now and in the future, Oregon much better positioned.
I don't disagree. I will say the only reason I'm entertaining this is that people who are really smart people who are not diehard Miami fans have told me privately, like, they really think it could happen. And I was like, are you serious? Like, what?
Then it's going to be nothing but love for his alma mater, because if you think about it right now, with Mario's recruiting and what he's trying to do at Oregon, he's got unlimited resources at Oregon. Anything he wants, he'll be able to get as long as he's winning games. At Miami, we've seen it. It's not, there's not an unlimited supply of money for Miami at that school. And it's why they've kind of fallen behind, I think, in recent years.
This is one of those aspects too, where I think we speculate. And unless you know somebody, like, hey, maybe he wants to come back home. Maybe he's got family that he wants to play in front of.
His brother's a police officer down there.
But aside from that, I think Tom, like, if you separate all that, I think it's a pipe dream for Miami. But we've seen the ties that people have. He won a national championship there. Like, maybe he wants to bring that back to the U. Maybe he would play for less. Maybe he would take on that risk just to bring that program back. So I don't know, without knowing him personally and being on the inside and knowing what he values, I don't know. I think I would temper your expectations like Tom.
So I looked at it probably more from the analysis than the insider opinion, where I thought that Miami entering the coaching search without an athletic director is a horrible leverage position. You are not going to be attractive when you already have shown that you are behind the curve in the arms race of investment, when you are behind what the top programs are able to do. And you're going to say, all right, well, we're going to hire you, and then we're going to bring in someone else who didn't get the chance to hire you. Like, I think that would be a bad decision for Miami to fire Manny Diaz without an athletic director hired and enter into this coaching search, unless, as is being hinted at here, it is a fully like homegrown family type hire. Because if you throw all emotion, which is impossible, but if you throw that to the side, I think it's a bad leverage position where you're going to have to either way overpay, or you're just going to miss out and have to settle for somebody and watch your top candidates say no and or go elsewhere.